Hi, it's Xanthe. I'm just going to do a little bit of makeup, getting ready for my part-time job. Didn't get much sleep last night. So what colour am I wearing? It's basically a dark red, so we go red and we darken it, we get this sort of brownish kind of colour. Or with my paints, we've got a red mixed with ultramarine blue, or we mix it with black, we kind of get this kind of colour. Therefore I've chosen a makeup here which you know, has sort of similar kind of family. So I don't know how much talking I want to do. That's slightly very tired, probably got really dark circles under my eyes. But let's just put a little bit of makeup on. I've more or less been doing my makeup lately, so generally using a deep peach for the darkest parts of the dark circles, just along here, and just in there, and then just any kind of darkest parts of the hyperpigmentation, just to sort of tone it down a little bit. So I'm just going to blend that. So even though the peach is not my skin colour, once it's blended in, it kind of just shifts the dark bluish colours, purpley colours and dark browns to just closer to the rest of my skin tone, which is quite patchy. Some of it is just from having a lot of sun exposure when I was younger. So then what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of a foundation stick on. I've been really liking this one, Macau Beauty, oh the other one was next by the way. This is Macau Beauty Natural Medium. The reasons why I've been liking it is because it's pretty close to my skin tone. Plus it feels kind of hydrating. So some foundation sticks feel a little bit dry, you know, like a bit like a clay mask kind of feel. So, you know, with mature skin, nearly in my mid-50s, oh, I just had such bad insomnia, so I gotta go and do my part-time job. So one of the reasons I actually wear makeup is just to look a bit less tired. So people don't go, oh, you look so tired. And I am tired, I'm tired all the time. So I do have chronic health issues. So I'm just using one of these kind of buffing brushes. Then what I've been liking to do, if I can't be bothered with the liquid concealer, is just using a little bit of this Milani Conceal and Perfect 04. So it's a warm neutral, so it's a little bit yellowish, it's a little bit lighter than the other one here. So just compare them. It's also a bit drier, so they're a little bit different. I'm just not going to compare very well on my fingertips, is it? So if I was to compare it here, that's the Milani one, this is the Macau Beauty one. Macau Beauty one is closer match, but the Milani one's a little bit lighter. I find it's kind of okay for around the eye area, using it as a concealer when I can't be bothered with liquid concealer. Just put a little bit there. It's not going to take away everything, this is just sleep deprivation and the rest of it. I'm just going to use a little bit of this concealer essence cover stick. It's a matte sand. So this one is a pretty close match to my skin. And just sort of tone down anything still poking through. I've just been getting over cold and flu symptoms as well. So I haven't got too much of a red nose from all of that, being a runny nose. I'm just going to use a tiny bit of banana powder just to over the top. It's just the end of winter here, and it's just still pretty cold. To manage to get this top for 60% off. I look out for end of season clearance sales because I don't care if an item is not in fashion, you know, the latest fashion kind of thing. So for the blush today, I'm just going to use this one. Oh, that was Revlon banana powder. So it's a closer match to my skin than just using a white translucent powder. This is the Rimmel Multitasker blush and brush in Yellow Suede. So it's kind of quite similar. Just going to use a little bit. And just got a tiny bit of shimmer in it. So I don't go too overboard. Just a little bit. I find that adding just a little bit of blush to my complexion does help. But this one does have a tiny bit of a shimmer, a bit like a highlighter in it as well. I'm just going to add to it just a tiny bit of this red one. This is a Milani Merlot Moment, so it's like a deep red. Just going to add a little bit of that too as well. So you can mix colours together, I just layer them to mix them. As long as their formulations are compatible, you know, not like mixing oil and water type things. So I put a little bit across my nose, around there, and eyeshadow today. Just going to use this one, Revlon Colour Stay Maverick. First of all, let's just use a little bit of this the shadow stick L'Oreal. This one is in Twinkly Rose. So if you have a little bit of cream eyeshadow on, it can intensify the colours a little bit. So I'm just going to put that there. And then when you put the powder over, it should intensify it a little bit. So let's just go for similar kinds of colours. It's sort of like this mahogany brown, rusty kind of colours. Due to pick up my new pair of glasses today, they've arrived early. Yes, I've just used super that one and that one. I've got this eyeliner, which is L'Oreal in turquoise. So I'm just going to use a little bit underneath there. So the reason I chose that is basically to echo that I'm wearing this sort of a deep teal kind of colour here. I might just go a little bit more with the eyeshadows. So I'm just going to put a little bit of just a little bit up here, So I have what's called hooded eyes, so most of my eyelids, when my eyes are open, is hidden, unless my eyes sometimes are a bit tired. I get one that droops a little bit. And then I might just use a little bit of a shimmer as well. So I don't go for that one. Just a little bit of shimmer, which will catch the light. And then for a little bit of the gold one, just in the middle. Catch the light. Now out of this palette, I would tend to avoid that very pale cream. There's not much use on me, it doesn't really do anything for me, just looks sort of chalky. But the medium to darks and the shimmers are fine. little bit just so there's no harsh edges, and I sometimes get a bit of full light down there, so just dust that away. So I haven't actually bothered with concealer under the whole of the under eye, which a lot of people just lather it on. All I've done is just use a teeny bit around this area here, and then a little bit in the darker shadow. Because if you pile on too much makeup, you can just end up looking just accentuating everything you don't want to accentuate. Just use some mascara. This is the dark brown, it's a nature one, it's just labelled brown. I switched to brown about a year ago from black, and I actually prefer it. It looks more natural. I usually only bother with my top lashes just to avoid smudging. And I can see I haven't blended out the corrections that it from earlier, so I'll just have to go back in, blend it out. It's not ideal lighting, so I'm just trying my best. So ideally I should be facing the natural lighting, just to make sure everything's blended. Right, let's put a little bit of lipstick on. So I pulled out two options I would like to possibly try. This one's Nude by Nature Garnet. It's a little bit kind of orangey, and whereas if I'm wearing something more purpley, then I'll go something with a bit more violet in it. I had another one sitting somewhere. Where did I put it? This one here is Revlon Wine with Everything. It's probably a bit more reddish. I think I'm going to go for this one. Should be alright. Sometimes or quite often I layer my lipsticks, but if I test it on my hand I can tell which one is the closest to the outfit. Now if I wanted to I could use some contour, etc. Why don't we just do a little bit around here. Just to kind of, just so that there's a little bit more dimension. Well, actually that was called a bronzer, but it's not a particularly warm one. It's a sort of medium kind of one. Cinnamon, Nude by Nature. So I'm just adding a little bit of subtle dimension to the sides of my face, the edges. It's usually where I apply it, if I use that. And I'm just going to take my hair down. I'll show you a different lighting. It's very grey day today, and it will look brighter in this lighting than the neutral lighting in the corner.